No, matter of
I need that not me thinking my music was still about to like play. Should have known it was gonna cut off. Anyways, I'm gonna make this video real quick because I'm like, whatever. I'm never gonna make it like correctly how I want to, but people be asking me questions, and I'm just like, all right, I'm just gonna hop on and answer. So hey, good morning. Today's I don't even know, honestly. I don't care. I was gonna try and do the whole thing, but I'm just gonna pop on here and talk. When I get my videos looking right, they'll be looking right. Until then, we're just gonna do what we do. Uh, so, but people want to know about like my spirituality. Like I have like a gift with dreams, and I can just ramble and ramble, but I'm gonna try to keep it until I'm done with this. But because I was like, I wanted to write the stuff down, but realistically, I never do all that, to get the videos looking right. I don't do the things to be getting them looking right. I just, procrastinate. So, um, so if I repeat anything or if I just, start talking about something else and lose my train of thought, hey, it happens. Like, it is what it is. So we're just gonna go with that, okay. So my spirituality, like, I didn't know like what spirituality was or none of that. Like growing up, I was like, of course, like, well, not of course, but I went to like church and stuff. I was raised like Catholic and like Christian, and mainly like Christian, I think. And uh, so one day, like, I had this dream. I was like, I don't know. I feel like I was probably like 6 or 7 or something like that, but I don't know because I just remember being small. Like, but I don't think I remember like earlier than that. And I just went up to my grandma and I told her about my dream, and it was uh, that I was at the beach and I was like praying, and the water was getting bigger and bigger and like more colorful and beautiful, and it was like it gave me chills. Like that's my favorite dream. I'll never forget it. And when I would stop praying, the water got still, and then when I started praying again, like, the water rose, the colors and everything. And it was like a cycle of that repeating for like 3 times, and then I woke up and I was like so happy because it made me like, I was little too. I remember, like, if you see Moana, like, and she's like little looking up, but that's how I was. Like, that's how small. Like, I was a little bit bigger than that, but that's how I was, like, like looking up at the wave, like, oh my God. So I was like telling my grandma when I woke up, and she told me to start remembering my dreams. Like, she's like, Mija, that means something like, remember your dreams. But me growing up, like us kids, we don't be listening to shit. Like, we just be like, all right, cool. But I should have took it seriously. I would have like novels of books, like I would novels of books. I would have novels of dreams, like of just stuff. But some major ones that I want to like give you guys examples of, like, is it's funny because I'm like, I was gonna start it in ninth grade, and I'm like, what a way to start. But people be like, oh, like, when, because us girls and stuff, we be having dreams that like our parents be cheating, and we be waking up ready to smack a bit. But so I had a dream that I was like that my girlfriend had cheated on me in ninth. She was I was like, no, not ninth grade. I was a senior, and I just put it off because I'm like already growing up, like thinking about like knowing my dreams, but I'm like, I don't really like, I'm still not taking note of my dreams because they don't come too often. They're just like here and there, and like my special dreams, I guess. And I had a dream that she cheated on me, and I'm like, nah, okay. I just like, maybe it's just an insecurity dream because like it's hard to like separate the insecurity dreams or just random dreams from the message dreams, if you know what I mean. Like, if you know, you know. But yeah, for real, it'd be hard. So I like, nah, I just ignored it, and like, little 2 weeks later, guess who broke up with me? Because she was in a relationship for 2 weeks. Yeah, that's crazy. So I'm like, all right, cool. And then, so that was one. Another one was before my nephew was born. I had a dream that my sister was taking him a shower and she was like putting water on his face like a newborn baby, like he was fresh out the womb, and she was like nah, but he was still like a barely newborn, and he was taking his showers and stuff, and he was smiling every time she would like splash the water on his face, and he liked the water on his face, and grow up, and this boy could spend 16 hours in the shower. Like if the water would stay on in the same temperature, he would let himself raisen up. Like he loves the showers. Like that's crazy. And I told her about that too. It's cool. Speaking of her, another dream that I had was that she had a new car sometime, and I don't remember how old I was with these dreams. I just throughout my life. I'm 26 now. That first dream happened, like I said, I was like 7 or so, I don't know. So this is throughout my life, and what's it called? I had a dream that my sister just. If any family or anybody's watching and they know my sister's driving, I'm just kidding. I love you, sis. But her parking, she just be like, "Skirt, I'm here," So that's how she pulled up in the dream with the brand new white car, and she, she just parked up in the grass. Because if you know, like how it is here, But so, and she didn't have a white car at that time. I don't know if she had one even at all. But 2 weeks later, skirt. Yep, like I said, she pulled up exactly how I started in my dream. There's a few sad ones that I don't want to talk about, like like with the baby passings. So yeah, and then I had a dream for like somebody else. Like in my dream, I was pregnant for like 2 weeks or something like that, and then a few weeks later, my one of my older cousins like announces that she's like pregnant, and she like found out like around like I don't know if it was Thanksgiving at that time or something. I don't know, but it was around some holiday. I don't really keep in touch with that cousin so much, but she had posted it, and I think this one was longer. It was like 4 months actually, and I was like looking down because this one I had written down, but I don't have it anymore. And when she posted it, it was like around the time that I had that dream that I was pregnant, and I was like, oh my god, I had it. And there was no way, because like I was like I like no, it was cool. I just liked girls at that time, so there was no way. And I was like, what? Another one? I don't know. I just have like a zillion dreams. That's why I'm like, how? Only 8 minutes? Okay, that's not that bad. I didn't ramble too much. Oh, I had a dream that I was on stage before I was a dancer. Before, like, I was thinking about it, but like, I was like, hey, bitch, shut the fuck up. Do your homework, you know? But, like, cause I was in school at that time, and so I was like, nah. But yeah, I had like when shit was going south, and I couldn't pass them exams to literally save a life, cause I was like trying to be a vocational nurse. That's funny. I couldn't pass it. Anyways, but yeah, I was like, man, and then I was like, man, and I was like, man, and I was like, man. It was like coming back in my head, like you know, man. But no, then I had a dream like that I was on stage with like 2 other girls making some money, and this club has like, it looks how my club looks now, and I'm like, oh my god, like this is the only club that like is like this, like has 3 poles like on the stage, and like that's just wild. I was like, oh my god. And then when it was happening, when I was like, the DJ called all 3 of us, and I was like, he was like, are you, because it was packed, and this was kind of like when I first started dancing a little bit after it. He was like, are you cool with it? I was like, all right. So we went up there, and we all did our thing, and the girls, they were cool too, they're like, all right, whatever, and they're kind of like shy and stuff too. And so we all went up there and we're like, they started throwing money. I was like, whoa, all right, it's cool with me. And then that's when I had that deja vu moment, like, oh, this is like, this happened in my dream. Like, that's crazy. This is like, you know. Ooh. I just scraped that. Sorry, I hate that noise. I'm trying to think of other ones. Oh, I had a dream about my niece too. Before she was born, that she was gonna have black, like curly hair. And guess what she got? I ain't gotta say. Yeah, literally like the niece of my dreams. Yeah, I'm trying to think about other ones, but those ones are always the ones that come up to my mind. There's other ones, but they just be like, oh, like, I'm like the biggest one. My sister's probably watching this. She's like, bitch, COVID. Um, so, yeah, I saw COVID before it happened. I didn't know, obviously, what it was, but we were both in school to do nursing, and, we're writing together, and I was messing with her because if y'all know my sister, she be ready. She was ready for the end since the beginning. Like she's been prepared. Or growing up, we need to have 16,000 emergency kits. Like I love it. It's cool. I love props to her. She's ready. But so like that in mind, I had this wild dream. And if you've seen the movie Bird Box, it's basically like that, like it's that scene-ish, like, when I'll start talking about it. But me knowing her fear and me being her sister, I like to fuck with her, obviously. So I'm like, oh, guess what I had a dream about? And she's like, don't fuck with me, because I started, like, I said it in an evil way. And I was like, I had a dream about a zombie apocalypse, because I made it up. I was like, I never seen no shit like that before. I didn't know what was going on. And I thought it was just a wild, random, like, bad dream, just because I probably watched Bird Box, or some shit, like, one of those things. I really didn't think about this dream like that. So, I'm like, oh, I had a dream. It was the zombie apocalypse, and I told her it was like Bird Box, and me and the family, like me and grandma, and so everybody were in the Walmart or wherever, Stater Brothers. It could have been any, but that's usually where we shop, Stater Brothers, Walmart. And we're in the store, grocery store basically, and like all the shelves, everything was empty. The scenery was gray. We're boarding the doors, like, because we're trying to lock ourselves inside the grocery store. There's people trying to, like, get in, and I'm asking questions, and I'm like, I don't know, like, I had woke up in, like, a 6-month coma. I had been out for 6 months, I guess, and I don't know, it was weird. All that shit, right? So, and she's like, shut up, the whole time I'm explaining to the dream to her. She's like, shut up, because, she's like, she took it seriously, but I was just joking. I was like, come on, seriously, like, that was seriously, obviously, just a bad dream. Like, that's not gonna happen to us, And, so, time passes forward, 6 months later, about, we're on our way to school, carpooling again, blah, 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 bullshitting, listening to music, and we go to school, we get in classes, we're chilling. About no more than an hour, I'm pretty sure, of, class starting, we get, the global message to, get home, and, classes are going to be switched online, and, all that. So, me and Angel, we head up, we go back home, and not thinking nothing of it. And she's like, we get home and we're like getting our assignments, talking about that, like, blah, 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 getting everything situated, all our emails, and just figuring out what the fuck, putting the news on, all that shit, right, is going on. And then we're finally calmed down a little bit after we realize what's going on, and we don't freak out too much, me and her, like, being in, like, the field, you don't, like, a real nurse don't freak out, so why the fuck was y'all going home talking about we had to go home because we were students, but for the real ones, like, that's wild. Like, that, I'm not gonna say much more than that, but that's crazy. You scared of something and you're supposed to be a healer, bro. Like, that's crazy. But anyways, so yeah, props to you. Yeah. So we're chilling, and my sister like yells my name, and she's like, "Your dream! Oh my God, you dreamed that!" She's flipping out, and I'm like, I've been smoking since I was like, since I could breathe. I'm just kidding now. Maybe I'm just kidding now. I've just been smoking. Yeah, And I'm like, what? And so whether I'm smoking or not, I'm lit, and I'm just like slow, So I got Dory on me because I'm pretty slow. But my other YouTube video will explain that. Got that. Go check that out. And she's like, "You dreamed about this, remember? You dreamt about this, like when you're fucking with me about the zombie apocalypse." Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, "Oh," I was like, "You think?" I was like, "What?" It took me a second. I was like, "Oh," because we're seeing on the news how people are like panic buying everything, and I'm like, "Oh, makes sense, but." Luckily, we were like, we're cool, So, yeah, that's just wild. That's probably the wildest dream I had. I had some other dreams that are like very like negative as fuck, but I don't want to talk about them because I don't, clearly I don't want them to happen. So, obviously they were just bad dreams at this point, because But yeah, I have some wild dreams, like. How I differentiate them or try to look at them sometimes too is like, I'll have vivid AF dreams, like they'll be so vivid, and like I can hear, it's just crazy. Like I can naturally like lucid dream. I didn't know it was called lucid dreaming because I didn't know that not everyone could like I didn't know that people had to practice lucid dreaming, is what I was saying. So I had to learn all like the terms and stuff. I was like, oh, but yeah. My more vivid dreams are the ones that I try to pay attention to. But other than that, yeah, that's basically it. People want to know like, about I was gonna make a joke like, why I'm so fucked up in the head. I'm just kidding, because I'll be saying shit. I'm just kidding. Like, oh, so that's another thing. Like, I had a dream that one of my I was with one of my exes. We had started like barely dating, and I woke up and I had a random dream that they used to cut hair. And I'm like, oh, like, what's funny? I had a dream that you were cutting somebody's hair, da, da, da. And I'm just waking up groggy, like, telling her about this dream. And she got up and she's like, what the fuck? Started flipping out, and I'm like, what's wrong with her? Like, I don't know, maybe she caught a chill or some shit. But she told me that. She was like, how the fuck do you know that? Like, there's no way you could have known that. She's flipping out, and I'm like laughing. I'm like, wait, what? And she's like, I used to cut people's hair. Like, what? I'm like, oh, that's you can't fuck with me because I'll be seeing shit before, like that was like early on too. Like I be seeing, I be protected. Amen. You know what I'm saying? I'll say it again. Amen and amen. But yeah. But yeah, it'd be hard to like differentiate my dreams from like, yeah, I just, when you know, like that's just a whole ramble, but for reals. But yeah, that's like my base of my spirituality, like why I'm into everything else, like why I believe in everything else, a higher power, and why I believe in, I don't need a label on it. When I pray, I thank everybody. Like, I thank God, the universe, my ancestors, protectors, guardians, everyone on my team to see me winning. Like, I don't know the terms, but I know my heart, and I know they know, so, like, um, but yeah, I had to learn, like, all these terms and whatever, but it's just, like, that's why I just go off that, you know what I'm saying? That's my spirituality. It's like, and then, like, my first dream was, like, praying, so that's what this is about. Like, Philippians 4:6, it says, like, basically, don't worry about anything, just pray. And I gotta get that blasted, like, cool. So, no, okay. So many people will not agree with that, but it's here on me, in my heart, and for everyone to see. Like, I don't care. Yeah. But that's why, because, like, in my dream, I was praying, and I was, like, little, so I'm, like, just, I guess, like I said, I didn't know what all that meant. I'm like, oh, yes, I'm going to church and stuff, but, I don't remember thinking, like, nothing too much of it. Like, not like that, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't, like, I would just go, like, we're just going to, like, a special place or something, like, to, like, I don't know, charge ourselves or some shit. I don't know. But because I was praying in my dream, I just pray, and then things happen. Like, I'll dream about something, or something will happen for me, or I'll figure out something, or I'll be thinking about something, and then people will tell me something. Like, my intuition has been getting very, very much stronger, but is that a whole other thing? Yeah, that's a whole other thing, but, like, my intuition has been getting so much stronger because, yeah, like, I've been thinking about working on a certain day, and, like, my manager was like, oh, are you gonna work, like, just, you know, and usually, like, I don't feel like I get asked that question, like, are you, by him, so I'm like, okay, I'm like, I was thinking about it, and then it happened, and then, like, I don't know, yeah, intuition is just a whole nother thing, but that's why I start, because I was like, your dreams is all, like, in your head, and, if you know what I'm going with that, but that's why, but that's the base of my spirituality, what my gift is, how I base my life off of. Oh, I just go to sleep. If I don't get sleep, I'm just kidding, no, like, because it's just really, like, that's my thing. People are like, oh, like, I mean, like, weed is cool, like, I really do appreciate having, like, the flower, but I realize, like, I need sleep for a lot, because to charge, and to see things clearer, and, I sleep, when I sleep in the morning, like, my dreams are more clear. I don't know if you guys are more interested in all that. Like, you can ask me questions if you want to know more about, like, my dreams and whatnot. I'll answer them. But like I said, I just wanted to hop on because I'm never going to actually sit here and get dressed and have the notebook and, do it all right, like, ah, one day. But I just wanted to hop on because I'm like, okay, this video is, like, way long overdue, and I know people are waiting for it, or somebody is. So, yeah, feel free to ask any questions. I don't mind answering anything. I just be like, all right, cool. Makes it easier on me, because then obviously I don't have to think, Who likes to think? Not me. This guy told me this joke, oh my god. At work the other day, that shit was so funny. He said, I don't worry about nothing. I just, like, pay, like, 500 grand, like, a year or some shit for this guy to deal with all my problems. And he was like, oh, well, how are you gonna pay for that? He's like, I don't know. That's for him to worry about. Like, I started fucking dying, bro. That shit was funny. Like, literally has no care in the world. Like, that was a great one. But yeah, I'll end that with that. I can't think of anything else about my dreams that I want to tell you guys, or like, or that I think isn't like special. Besides, if I sleep in the morning or when it's daylight, it's like I can see more clear. It's like the sun, like, it's not so dark when I close my eyes or something like that. If it's dark when I close, yeah. If I sleep in the pitch black, I either won't have dreams, or like I won't be able to like remember them, or they'll just be like, I don't know. But I really like to sleep in the morning. It's just usually I can't, because like but yeah. I don't feel like any type of intoxication or whatever enhances my dreams or helps me sleep or anything like that. Like, I get blown to the dome, before I go to sleep, and I'll still be up, like, smoking, like, indica and stuff, and I'm like, it won't put me to sleep, and sometimes it will, so it doesn't affect, like, my dreaming or nothing. Like, what affects my dreaming is if I get enough sleep and what time of day, like, I fall asleep, and like, how much sleep I get, of course. But those things really matter. Like, the obvious things, you're like, oh yes, of course, like, that matters, like, to, like, that matters to function for you guys. I'm just kidding, not for you guys. No, it matters, for everybody, but it just matters for me, for literally, like, like, I want to figure, that's my spirituality. I gotta keep the mental real clean, like, keeping that, just, if I lose, what I'm saying, if I lose my mind, my dreams and stuff, like, I don't want that. So really gotta take care of it. I do not deal with nothing I do not want to deal with. Let me say that again. I do not deal with nothing I do not want to deal with. When I started living like that, I can't even get the words out how much happier I became. Like, do not do anything that you don't want to do. And don't live how you don't want to do. Like, how you don't want to live. People are like, oh, well, I have this, and that's a whole nother thing. But yeah, just do what you want to do, your mind, you only have one mind. You got 2 legs, 2 arms, a lot of fingers, you got a lot of things, like maybe 1 nose or whatever, 1 mouth, you know what I'm saying? But you got one important ass mind, you know what I'm saying? Like, nourish it. And if you're a dreamer, and a believer, you know what I'm saying? If you're a dreamer, yeah, take care of your mind. Make sure you look at that too. Like, when do you dream better? Like, stuff like that. I would say write your dreams down. Do it if you're into it, but I don't do it, so I can't say, oh, write your dreams down. You should. It would be cool, but for me, But yeah. Definitely, that's one thing I for sure know. Pay attention to. Don't. I don't know about you, but if you guys are like, I think it's called prophetic dreaming. I'm pretty sure. If you're a prophetic dreamer, really try to avoid sweets at night, like past midnight, like especially past 1 a.m.'s gotta be it. Like, don't even, 12, just don't even, past 12, 12 o'clock is it's, because I don't know about you, but me, I don't know, like, and I tested it on purpose just to test it. For me, literally, if I have sweets before I go to sleep, I will have nightmares. I don't know what it is. I thought something, I don't know what's going on, bro. I was like, let me tell you, I was really stressing for a second. I was like, well, I thought I was cleansed. I'm like, what type of everything? I need all the herbals and everything. I was spiritual, the incense, everything, all that. But I just realized, like, okay, so I had to look at the same thing that I was doing every night when I was having those nightmares, like, recently, And I realized that I was having like candy and chocolate. Like chocolate really is the worst for my dreams. Like late at night, I have nightmares. And I narrowed it down and I eliminated some things because I thought it was watching TV and like because that's what I was doing. Like I got home from work, it's late and I'm like on my phone and I just like I'm eating chocolate. Like I'm always eating like little chocolate donuts or something. I love chocolate donuts, and so and I eliminated the TV because I'm like, oh, it's probably the screen messing with my eyes and and the things that I'm watching because I'm not gonna change what I watch. I like what I watch, and so then I realized it wasn't that, and then I took away the candy, the sweets, and I'm like, is it? And then because I'm like, I always snack, and I was like, well, do I? Oh, I'm like, oh, maybe, and I was like, let me see, and sure shit, yeah, I watched TV, but no, I had the sweets, but I didn't have I had the sweets, and I didn't watch TV, and then I had the nightmare, and then I watched TV, and then no sweets, and I didn't have a nightmare, and then the next day I did it again. Like you have to do a pattern, of course, and I had sweets, and I was like, oh, like I already like in my heart I had a feeling. I was like, I think it really is the sweets, and yeah, I don't eat sweets anymore at night, and it's been stopping, and I'm like, damn, and I'm trying to think about it, and I'm like, because it like my bad dreams have been like heightened for the last like month, and I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, oh, it was kind of random that I was buying sweets, like craving them, and like getting midnight snacks, and I'm like, oh, like I was like, oh, okay, I think it really is the candy, so avoid candy. But yeah, I talked long enough for this one. I want to start getting ready for my day, but yeah. All right, thanks for listening. If you did, I'll see you guys later. Oh, look at my nails, by the way. Where's the camera? Aren't they so cute?